up, all my fight fans? It is fight week. We got ourselves a great fight night with Canelo Alvarez making his return to face Jaime Munguia for all his belts for the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. Excuse me, super middleweight champion of the world. We got, the pro, we got the professional, we got the legend Canelo Alvarez taking on the rising star Jaime Munguia. It's going to be a very good fight, guys. I really think so. We all know this ain't the fight that we wanted to see. We wanted to see that David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez fight. I want to see it. You want to see it. The boxing world wants to see it. But at the end of the day, this is the fight we are going to get. I'm sure we are going to get that David Benavidez fight someday down the line, but it's just not going to be this Saturday. So let's talk about this Saturday. Let's talk about Jaime Munguia. Munguia, he's a rising star. This guy is, I believe, he's like 36-0 right now. He's undefeated. He has a lot of great knockouts. He's a very, very exciting fighter. I mean, look at his last fight with John Ryder. Look at what Canelo Alvarez was able to do to John Ryder, and look at what Jaime Munguia was able to do to John Ryder. That pretty much should speak for itself. John Ryder is a very tough fighter. Very tough fighter. He made Canelo Alvarez take him to the distance. But Jaime Munguia was pretty much able to stop him. I can't remember exactly what round it was. Maybe it was in the 7th or 8th. I know it was in the later rounds, for sure. But it's still going to be a very fun fight this Saturday with those two. You got both Mexican on Mexican crime going on. You got these guys going back and forth with each other. I'm telling you, these guys are going to go to war. They're going to throw bombs with each other. This is going to be like that old school when you had Barrera taking on Marquez, or when you had Morales taking on Barrera, when you had all these other great Mexican on Mexican classic fights. I really feel like this is what's going to happen this Saturday. Now, as far as the fight goes, I think it's fair to say that Canelo Alvarez pretty much has this one in the bag. You never know. After what happened with Ryan Garcia, you never know. But I do feel strongly that Canelo Alvarez, with his years of experience, with his years in the ring experience, with the amount of, with his resume of fighters that he has been able to fight over the years, I feel it's just way too much too soon for Jaime Munguia. Nothing to disrespect Jaime Munguia. He's a great star. He is a great fighter. I'm sure he's going to have a lot of great fights as the future continues to go. But right now, Canelo Alvarez just has way too much experience. His defense is on point. Has been better than ever. We already know Canelo Alvarez can knock out anybody at any time, even though he hasn't necessarily knocked anybody out as a recent, but he still has that power. Because, guys, whether you like to believe it or not, when you get older, the last thing to go is your power. His speed, his footwork, his reflexes are the first to go. So right now, he still has all those good qualities Canelo Alvarez does, including power. So this could be a very, very fun fight where it could very well be stopped in the later rounds, I see. I don't feel Canelo Alvarez can stop anybody in the earlier rounds, not like he used to back in the day. I feel he's more tactical. I feel he's more safe. I feel like he likes to feel out his opponent in the first couple of rounds, then let loose. He doesn't really necessarily like to take too much chances in the ring, but once he starts feeling his opponent's power, once he feels like this opponent doesn't really have anything that's going to hurt him or really make him uncomfortable, then I do still feel like he can actually open up. But, as of late, he also has just been cruising away the entire fight. So, you never know, but I feel like we're going to see the Canelo Alvarez of old in this fight. I feel like Canelo Alvarez is going to step in there. He's going to prove to everybody that he still got it, because there's been a lot of questions of whether or not he got it or not. There's been a lot of people saying, like, hey, maybe he's slipping. Maybe he can't knock out anybody anymore. Maybe his time, since he's been fighting since the age of 15 years old, has finally caught up to him. Because, yes, it's been a long time. Fighting for so long, and he's still very young. He's still very young, but it doesn't matter. When it comes to age outside of the ring, it doesn't matter because it is completely different than it is inside the ring. You got to look at it as a car. When it comes to boxing, and cars are almost similar. Just because your car is a 2023 or 24, doesn't mean it's freshly brand new, because inside, or if you look at the, read the Carfax, whatever you want to say, it's been through wrecks. It has close to 200,000 miles on it. It has all these mileages on it. So just because the year is new doesn't mean the inside is new. And that's the way you got to look at boxers. Just because, hey, he's young, 33 years old, but doesn't mean inside there he is young. He's been through a lot of wars. He's been through a lot of fights. He's been through a lot of rounds. He's been hit a lot in his years. So, yeah, it could very well catch up to him, but this is a chance for him to prove to us that it very well has not. So I do feel very sure that Canelo Alvarez is going to get that done. Not just because I'm a big Canelo Alvarez fan, but just because it just seems way too much too soon for Jaime Munguia. I feel that's just my opinion, guys, but I would like to hear your guys' opinion on this fight. Let me know who you think is going to win. Let me know how they're going to win. Let me know what do you think is going to be the outcome of this fight. Just give me your input, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.